Okay, so I'm going to give you 7 teams. Tell me if you disagree with any of them in the top 7.
Okay.
Lakers, Warriors, Clippers, Suns, Kings, Grizzlies, Nuggets.
No,
Top 7.
Feels about right.
It feels good.
That was the top 7 from last year.
And it feels about right, but there's room. I think someone can come up from that next group.
Okay, let's talk about the next group.
That OKC,
Dallas,
Minnesota, New Orleans.
And they're all I think out of that group, I like Dallas the least.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is at full strength, full health.
Are we going to put Utah in that group too?
No, because Utah's not there yet. Yeah,
okay.
I think that would be rushing, right? Like, I've made a joke that they should trade for Dame. They could actually put
Tony wrote about that.
They could put a really good team.
He's got the Utah connection. He was so beloved during that All-Star weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were talking to those people who talked about coming over. They used to go watch.
Yeah, they were going nuts for him.
Faithful.
They would be really excited to get him.
That would be nice.
And they have the defenders and other players to go with them. They really could be, if we're just saying, okay, process doesn't matter. We're not worried about, like, losing assets here. We're not worried about being not good enough to win a title, too good to get good picks. If we're just saying, what's the best basketball team that we could build? Like, if it was a team like this, one of the younger teams, that's the one. I mean, Walker Kessler is 4 blocks a game.
Yeah.
They got Taylor Hendricks.
Who I
think is just
going to steal
those two. That's good luck. You're not scoring inside.
But Hendricks isn't going to start.
No, he's not. But
is he? How much is Hendricks going to play this year?
I don't know.
He needs to play a lot.
I think
because he has first-team All-Rookie written all over him. If he does, he's that good.
40%.
But they're loaded at forward, though.
That's the problem. They got a logjam, which is good if you're a team like Utah. But it's also you got to also work things out.
I also like John Collins' rim protection. I think
that's another thing. Is like you bring in John Collins and draft Hendricks. Is Hendricks like a backup center then?
What if Hendricks?
What do they think of him?
3-4.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, this is Danny Ainge we're
talking
about.
I think he's a better he kind of fills that Royce O'Neal hole what they had where they had someone that could switch 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Space the floor, hit. He
just doesn't handle it all.
Yeah.
That would be my concern. Is like there's not the decision making aspect with him.
Yeah.
Where you kind of need those guys on the perimeter. It's really hard to play with a perimeter guy who doesn't make decisions.
Yeah. Right. And my hopes for him is by the end of his rookie year, he can do a straight line drive.
Yeah.
Right? A pump and go.
He can shoot from the corners. He can block shots. Like, those are the things he does.
But if you have those 7 teams you just named that are theoretically going to stay put, where does the change come from?
That's what I was going to say. Like, putting Dame in Utah, does that move them into the top 7?
I think it would.
For sure. It makes them interesting.
Your starting lineup is Dame, whoever they have at the 2. After a trade.
Yeah.
Lowry. So Clarkson will be there or
Clarkson's there, yeah.
But he may have to go out in a trade. Okay. But, like, you've got
Damian Lowry.
Dame and Clarkson. So you're not doing that.
No.
But your 4 of your 5 is set.
I mean, Abaji, I guess, could start at the 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they really like him there.
I mean, that'd be a good team. But
Markkanen's good. I don't know.
You don't do it because
that's
Russia.
But how much better? I mean, Portland was not good last year. Like, how much better are they than what Portland was when you stack up the roster? Not much.
No.
So that's why I'm like, I would not do it.
They'd be a playoff team. They'd be a top.
A play-in team or a playoff team?
Because what they need is Dame. They're going to be a good defensive team. I also am a big Will Hardy.
Will Hardy's good. So. He's good, but they need to allow this to build a little bit more slowly.
Don't rush the process.
There's no reason to rush
Can I say, I know this is like a Western Conference thing, and this pod may, Dame may be traded by the time it comes out.
Yeah.
But there are not really a lot of good Damian Lillard fake trades. Like, there are not a lot of.
It's hard.
Yeah.
The money is a lot.
And the type of player
he is. He can't come in and he has to. The system has to be fit to what Dame does specifically.
Yeah.
So, like, going to Miami, in theory, that makes sense, but he's going to change what they do fundamentally.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Miami might be the best damn basketball fit. If you think about the way that they had Caleb Martin and Strus and Gabe Vincent playing, but it's Damian Lillard.
I mean, it would be amazing, but, like, if you're Portland, you cannot accept that offer.
It's the worst. Well, if you're the GM of
it's
the
really
Portland
bad.
Trailblazers, you can't take it unless you want to go look for another job.
Yeah. I still like the idea of involving the Sixers, getting Dame to Philly, getting Harden to L.A., and then give all the picks just go to Portland.
To Portland, but the problem with that is obviously if they don't like the Heat deal for a reason. Why? Because they don't see Tyler Hero or whoever as enough to justify you losing your franchise player. So how many picks are we talking about going to Portland? Like 5, 6?
Well, it would have to be 4 or 5 and then swaps.
And who is the interesting young player to just?
I just don't think you need one. That's the benefit if you're Portland is because you already are basically 2 drafts in to a rebuild because you have Scoot Henderson.
Okay, so are you saying that the reason why the Blazers don't love Miami's offer is because there's not enough draft capital in there?
And also the value of the draft capital too, because Miami just rarely sucks.
Yeah.
Where with other teams, like there's more volatility. If you get Sixers picks, what are the Sixers going to be in 4 years?
Right.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I'd push that back. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
What I would do is if I'm Portland, I just try to bleed both those streams dry of as many picks as possible.
And just take them all.
And just take the picks, take the cap relief, take expiring contracts from those other teams.
Call it a day.
And then just be done with it. And just start the rebuild with Scoot Henderson.
You have Scoot.
And Sharp.
Yeah.
You have Scoot.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp too.
Simon's
that's
the 3 S's.
I mean, if the Rockets started their rebuild with those 3 and didn't even have their first draft yet, you would feel so good about what they were doing, and if they had all the draft capital.
For sure.
Like that, any team would feel good about that. Yeah. They don't have to worry about getting that blue chip back, in my opinion. Just get the picks.
Because they already got the blue chip.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got it this
year. That makes a lot of sense.
And that's why you just don't hang on to Dame.
No.
Let him go.
So why do they give him that money 2 years?
Well, that's just the business that we're in, man. Why did Bradley Beal get the giant contract? I mean,
that's true.
It's just I think that this is going to change with the new CBA.
Yeah.
The fear of the second apron. But it is a done deal every single time a quote-unquote max player walks into the next extension.
Yeah.
It is just – and the blueprint is sign the extension, wait a year, ask out.
Yeah.
And, that's just where we're at. I mean, free agency is now dead.
Yeah.
The extensions and trade requests are where we're at.
This is good, though, for everybody involved.
Sure.
Because – teams don't just lose guys for nothing.
Yeah.
They get picks, they get a player, they get whatever it is, and can parlay that into something else. And this is why you have to have a smart GM, somebody that knows what they're doing, so that you can get back things that matter and that will matter down the road.
So do you trust Portland to wait and play this slowly until they get the best offer that they think is going to?
I think they've been really bad at trades so far.